should you get the Pro plan of ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude or Grok for that matter? This is something I've wrestled with a lot. Now, I use LLMs every single day, all day. As a matter of fact, my business, Integrai, helps build custom AI solutions into other businesses. And so I use AI when I'm conceptualizing new concepts, when I'm working through sales calls, transcripts, and everything in between. And it's incredibly helpful. So I started thinking about the fact that a lot of people are not paying for the high tiers of these models, and they might be missing out on a tremendous amount of value that would ultimately result in way more income than that model was costing them. So for this video, I want to break down the differences in ChatGPT Regular and ChatGPT Pro. And I have a detailed prompt that I put together that we're going to walk through that's going to basically break down, is this worth your time or not? So whether you are looking for a new tool to add to your tool belt for your job, if you're looking for something to improve the quality of your business, or if you just want something that can be your assistant in life, we're going to dissect if ChatGPT O3 Pro is worth your money. And you can infer if the other Pro tools are worth your money. So Claude 4 Opus Pro, Gemini 2.5 Ultra, Grok 4 Heavy, and so on and so forth. So for the purpose of this video, I had a call earlier with a potential customer. And what we did was we already had a discovery call. I came back with a couple solutions for how I think AI can integrate into their business. And we're going to use ChatGPT to be our AI business analyst and consultant so that we can come back to the client with a detailed SOW and proposal and begin working with them immediately. So let me just fix this typo here. Okay, so the prompt reads as follows. You're a highly skilled AI business analyst and consultant. Your job is to analyze transcripts from 2 follow-up calls between Integrai and the other company, which I omitted for this video. A company providing payroll and workforce management solutions primarily in the skilled nursing and home care industry. Call 1 was discovery. Call 2 is a sales call. Based on the provided transcripts, perform the following. Basically, what I wanted to do is create a detailed solution proposal. And then I asked for a problem and solution explanation for the technical team. So the way it works is I have a technical background, but I'm not the one actually building the solution from the ground up. So I take the basically the technical analysis that I do on the call. I put together a solution and proposal, and I bring it to the sales team, and I say, okay, or the tech team, and I say, I need you to tell me how long this is going to take, what the exact technical solutions are. So I'm like architecting the overall structure, and they're building out the actual implementation. And what is this going to cost us in terms of hours and bandwidth, etc. So this is a very detailed prompt. I tell it exactly what I want the ROI to be. I tell it I want a problem and solution explanation for a technical team, and basically just give it everything I need, okay? So I fed this prompt to ChatGPT O3 and ChatGPT O3 Pro, and the replies were very interesting to me, actually. I had a hunch that one was going to outperform the other, but it did it on a level that was so drastic, I kind of couldn't believe it, to be honest with you. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump into the first one. So we're going to do ChatGPT O3 first, okay? So ChatGPT O3, let me make sure that you guys can see this. There we go. Okay, so you see the prompt here, and basically, this is like the solution that it came up with. So it has a nice little table that O3 loves to do. It talks about the timeline. This is pretty high level. It's not like super, super in-depth. They're super, super concise, but it was okay. And then it started talking about pain points. That was helpful. It really told me, okay, here's some pain points that they're dealing with. Okay, the proposed solution. Interesting. All right. So now we have a proposed solution in terms of like how to actually get it done, how to make it happen. And then we have what the success metrics are. So all in all, this is a pretty standard output from ChatGPT O3, I would say. The question is O3 Pro going to be worth an extra $180? Well, let's see what they got. So this is O3 Pro, and the interesting thing about it is the response is about 100 times better, in my opinion. So you can already see the difference in the structure of the output. So one, we just have a little overview with the table. Here, we have a kind of a little breakdown. So pilot objective, scope, fixed fee, expected 1-year benefit, timeline, success criteria. And also just for what it's worth, I don't take all of this as gold. I take it with a grain of salt, and I use it how I see fit. So I have an assumption going into the prompt, and then I give it to the system, and then it gives me its feedback, and then I use my assumption combined with that to take it to the tech team to get the final kind of feedback loop, if you will. So you can already see from the beginning, this is a way better response than what we had over here. It's just a lot more detailed and a lot more structured too. But then it breaks down the technical feasibility, which from here, it didn't even really do it at all. It says proposed pilot solutions, but no actual feasibility. So this is how we can deliver with healthcare tech stacks and current Gen AI tooling. And it gives a very detailed technical integration solution for how we can do this. And then it broke down the pricing, why we should charge what we should charge. And then it broke down the expected ROI, which makes it a no-brainer for the customer because they're going to get so much value out of this. They'd be crazy not to sign up. Whereas this, I don't think this even had an ROI in here, which is a huge deal. You had to have an ROI when you're pitching to someone because you need to say, hey, it's worth it for you to pay me X because you're going to make Y. Following up, it had high-level timeline and milestones, very detailed once again, exactly. And then it brought together my task for the tech team, which was freaking mind-blowing. I mean, it even built a proposed solution architecture. Nowhere in here. This is the proposed solution from O3. This is the proposed solution from O3 Pro. A million times more detailed. So first it has the core problem set, then it has the detailed architecture solution, and so on and so forth. I mean, I think it's pretty clear which one had a better response and a better reply. Oh, and this one thought for about 15 minutes before it even answered. So at the end of the day, I think it's really a no-brainer that it's worth your money to use O3 Pro if you are in a job that pays you well, if you have a business, or if you have a little bit of extra money to invest and you want to get more out of your life. It can help you tremendously. The way that it thinks through, the way that it handles larger contexts. I was personally blown away with the output from O3 Pro, and I'm going to be a member from now on. There's no way I can go back to regular O3 after using O3 Pro, and I'm sure it'll be the same for the future generation. So regardless of what your preferred LLM is, I would recommend going for the top subscription because you're going to make the money back with the output that it gives you. I can almost guarantee it. So hopefully that was helpful and a nice little breakdown. If you're not familiar, this channel is basically a way for people to learn how to use AI better in their jobs, in their business, or in their everyday life. So if you have a question about an AI tool, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe. I love to try to provide more value to you guys. And a lot of people have been getting a lot of value out of these. So I hope this video was helpful. My recommendation is to go for Pro.